This disclaimer image establishes the channel's mission to help busy home cooks break down complicated recipes into simple, visual step-by-step guides. The legal disclaimer ensures transparency about recipe sources and viewer responsibility. Instant Pot chicken and dumplings. Classic comfort food made easy, rich, creamy, and deeply satisfying chicken and dumplings. Made in just 45 minutes using your Instant Pot. This recipe features tender chicken pieces, hearty vegetables in a flavorful broth, and fluffy homemade dumplings that cook right in the pot. The secret to perfect dumplings? Using cake flour for lighter, fluffier texture. No need to thicken the sauce separately. The dumplings naturally release starch as they cook, creating a creamy, comforting broth, perfect for busy weeknights when you need a warm, hearty meal that feels like a hug in a bowl. Serves 4-6. Recipe adapted from Simply Recipes by Coco Morante, professional cookbook author and Instant Pot expert. Welcome to your chicken and dumplings adventure. Let's start by getting organized. This is what chefs call mise en place, which simply means having everything ready before you start cooking. Look at your ingredients guide and you'll notice we've grouped everything logically. First, you have your dumpling ingredients: flour, baking powder, salt, butter, and milk. These will create those fluffy, pillowy dumplings you're dreaming about. Next, your main ingredients: oil for cooking, your aromatic vegetables, onion, celery, carrots, the classic flavor base, chicken for protein, and broth to create that comforting soup. Finally, your finishing touches: peas for a pop of color, fresh parsley and cream for richness. Take a moment to measure everything out and place them in small bowls. This makes cooking so much smoother and less stressful. You won't be scrambling to find ingredients while your pot is heating. Remember, cooking is about enjoying the process, not rushing through it. Before we turn on any heat, let's prepare everything properly. This is the secret to stress-free cooking. We have two main tasks, and I'll walk you through each one. First, let's make the dumpling batter. Think of this as making a thick pancake batter. You'll whisk your dry ingredients together, then work in the melted butter with your fingers. Yes, get your hands in there. It should feel crumbly, like wet sand. When you add the milk and stir gently, here's the key: stop when it just comes together. It should look lumpy and rough. That's perfect. If you overmix it, you'll develop too much gluten and end up with tough dumplings. Lumpy equals fluffy dumplings. Set this aside and let it rest. Second, prep your vegetables and chicken. This is straightforward knife work. Dice your onion into small pieces. Slice your celery and carrots into rounds about 1/4 inch thick. And cut your chicken into 1-inch cubes. Try to keep the pieces similar in size so they cook evenly. Strip the tiny thyme leaves from their woody stems. Once you've completed these two tasks, you're ready to cook. See how much easier it is when everything is prepped and waiting. Now for the exciting part. Let's cook. Your Instant Pot does most of the work, but we need to follow a specific sequence. Don't worry, I'll guide you through each phase. Phase 1. Building flavor sauté. Turn on your Instant Pot to sauté mode and let the oil heat for 1 minute. You'll see it shimmer slightly. Add your vegetables first and cook for 3 minutes, stirring occasionally. You'll smell the onions becoming sweet and see them turning translucent at the edges. Now add your chicken and thyme for 2 minutes. The chicken just needs to turn white on the outside. Pour in your broth and here's important: scrape the bottom of the pot thoroughly with your spoon. Any stuck bits can trigger a burn error later, so this step matters. Phase 2. Adding dumplings and pressure cooking. Press cancel to turn off sauté mode. Now, drop spoonfuls of your dumpling batter right on top of the liquid. Don't stir them in. They'll cook on top and expand. Seal the lid. Make sure your valve is set to sealing, then select manual or pressure cook on high for 8 minutes. The pot will hiss and build pressure for about 10 minutes before the countdown starts. This is normal. Phase 3. The waiting game. When the timer beeps, do not touch the valve yet. Set another timer for 10 minutes. This is called natural pressure release, and it lets your chicken stay tender and your dumplings finish cooking gently. After 10 minutes, carefully move the valve to venting to release any remaining steam. Stay back. That steam is hot. Phase 4, the grand finale. Open the lid, always tilt it away from you, and you'll see beautiful puffy dumplings floating on top. Gently stir in your frozen peas, fresh parsley, and cream if using. Be gentle. Those dumplings are tender and can break apart. Taste your broth and add more salt or pepper if needed. And that's it. Ladle this comfort in a bowl and enjoy your homemade instant pot masterpiece.